What's good, everybody? SloMo here. Wanted to give you guys a quick update about Bleeding Edge and also my thoughts on Bleeding Edge after playing in the technical alpha for a couple of months. So if you are now aware, Ninja Theory is opening up the technical alpha for Bleeding Edge to PC. Starting October 24th, you can play the technical alpha if you get into it on the PC and also on Xbox. And it will have crossplay enabled, which is going to be a little interesting because of the kind of game this is. Depending on what options they allow you with mouse and keyboard, it could be an advantage. Not necessarily an advantage in actually like aiming or accuracy like you see in first-person shooters, but it could be an advantage in being able to map certain commands, certain abilities to your keyboard, mapping macros, so to speak. So we'll see how it goes. I don't think it'll be that big of an issue, but potentially it could be a problem. You may see some people complaining about that. We'll see. But the technical alpha has been running for a couple of months now. It was running just on Thursdays from, for me, 9 p.m. Eastern to midnight, I believe. And then right near the end, they noticed that people were having difficulties getting on and they switched it to Saturdays, and that was a little bit better for me during the time on Saturday they were doing it for. But I will say that as an update on my feelings about the game, it is still very much an Overwatch PvP only game, just focused way more on melee and a little bit different bit of combat than Overwatch does. There are about two characters that I pretty much use primarily, and it's El Bastard and Gizmo. Those two characters I practice with, and actually in the technical alpha, you can, even when it's not up for matchmaking, you can go load the game up, go to the dojo, and you can practice learning how to play these characters, because like an Overwatch or like a first-person shooter like Rainbow Six Siege, Bleeding Edge has different characters that play very differently and have very diverse strengths and weaknesses from one another, and so you can't just pick up a character and just start playing and dominate. It's just not going to work like that. You're going to have a bad time. You need to learn how to use that character. And so they do allow people to go in and practice with the characters that you want to play with. So those characters are the ones that I practice with the most. They're the ones that I like the most. And when the game actually launches, those two will be the characters that I will likely play if I continue to play the game further. Some of the other criticisms I had about the game was with movement speed, the difficulty in trying to chase down enemies, with how slowly I felt the characters were moving, even when you got on your hoverboard, and it just still didn't seem like you were going that fast. It does seem now that it seems they have slightly adjusted that. Maybe that's just my experience with the game getting better and not really noticing, but I do feel like the game does move quicker. And although I can't show you anything from the game because I'm still under NDA, I can talk about the game. I just can't show you any pictures or any video from it, unfortunately. But the maps are very big, so you got really, really big maps that, and honestly the areas of those maps aren't very detailed compared to something like Overwatch. But regardless of that, it's still in the alpha, so things can get better as time goes. But you need movement speed that quickens the pace, and you can do that without sacrificing strategy, because the quicker you make a game, the less people think about what they're doing. And Bleeding Edge is a very strategic kind of PvP game. You can't just run out there and think you're going to dominate every team that you're playing solo or by yourself. It doesn't work like that. You're going to have a bad time. You're going to need to work with your teammates. You're going to need to, if you all get wiped, wait for your teammates to come back and then have them go with you as you guys take on the objective of winning. You're going to need to communicate. And like most games like this, the teams that communicate the best are the teams that win. So if you are a solo player, you're probably not going to enjoy this game too much. So those are my thoughts. I still think Damon is still OP, and that hasn't really changed and probably won't change since they haven't really done anything about that. But it's a decent game. This is a game that will resonate with people with a certain demographic, not necessarily the demographic of people that enjoy Ninja Theory's previous games, but I think they know that. I think they understand that most people that have enjoyed their games in the past, their single player games like Hellblade or Heavenly Sword, probably aren't going to really be all in on this game, but this is a game that's going to resonate for a certain crowd of gamers, a certain demographic. And it's just not their usual fare, which is fine because they have another team, and that's their Hellblade team, working on a AAA game as well. So you're going to get your typical Ninja Theory game. It's just not the first game coming out the gate for next gen. So that's my video. Just a quick update, and that once again saying, hey, PC is now in the technical alpha. So if you are on PC, you're only a PC gamer, and you're interested in this game, hey, sign up for the technical alpha. I'm pretty sure they want to really put that platform through its paces. So you're probably gonna have a really good chance of getting in. You guys have a good one. Take care.